Welcome, everybody, to our monthly online teaching. We do this on the first Sunday of every month, and we usually bring in a group of people, a panel like we have today, um, to talk over amongst ourselves the grandmother's message, because the grandmothers said to us early on, you don't need to talk about us to anyone. You don't need to do anything. What we ask you to do is to live our message. And so when we come together like this, that's basically what we're doing. We're living the grandmother's message, sharing it, and you take from that whatever fits for you. Let the rest of it go. And that way, the divine enters in so easily and effortlessly into your life too. It's given us a lot of joy to do this work and to share it with each other. So we're happy you're here. We also, on the fourth Tuesday of the month, we have the global Zoom meetings where we come together all around the world. And then we have smaller groups break down into language groups for discussion and sharing. And that's a lot of fun too. So before we go into what we're going to talk about today, I'd like to ask Barbara if she would lead us in a short net of light meditation to bring us all together and to amplify the power of the good that we're doing together for the highest good of the most people.
If it's comfortable, close your eyes, sit up nice and straight. Feel the energy from the entire net of light surrounding us. The grandmothers ask us whenever we come together to cast the net, and this we are so glad to do, and we're glad to do with everyone today, whether it's your first time or you've been doing this work for many, many years. We breathe in. We breathe in gently, breathe light, breathe love into our heart center. That heart center where the fire of existence resides, that is forever. As we breathe in, we feel this love and light coming in from all areas of the net of light, from all areas of the planet. And as we exhale, we send this love and light wherever it's most needed. The work with the net of light is effortless. We simply need to find our space, find our place on the net of light wherever it feels comfortable, tune in, allow that energy to flow deep with our roots into the earth, up into the heavens, as we connect with many, 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 many others, sharing this light and blessing the planet. We connect with all the elements, the water that makes up much of our planet, that also resides within us and nourishes us. The air that we breathe, the air that surrounds us, these mighty gifts. The mineral system that we stand upon, which is a part of us, which is our very beginning. These elements are part of what we celebrate as we connect with the net of light, we connect with each other, and we send these blessings throughout the planet. We connect with our ancestors. We connect with the ancestral beings of light. All of these divine energies are working with us as we send blessings everywhere, to everything, to everyone on our planet. And we're glad to sing and say together, may everyone in all the world be happy. May everyone in all the world be happy. May everyone in all the world be happy. Peace, peace, peace.
Thank you, Barbara. And that's such a beautiful prayer to end with. May everyone in all the worlds be happy. No one left out, everyone included. And when you pray that prayer, it also includes you, as it should. So we here on the panel have all been working with the grandmothers for quite a while, some of us for a very long time, but all of us long enough to have experienced what a difference it makes to have this constant contact with the net of light, constant contact with the grandmothers and all forms of the divine. And the grandmothers have said, we will help you find your way to the divine. And they don't care if it's them. They aren't controlling and they aren't jealous. The divine isn't like that. The divine shows up in all these forms from time out of mind in different cultures, in different ways, according to the need of humanity. When we have a strong need to make that connection, the divine will show up again and again and again. And right now in our time, it's shown up in the form of the grandmothers, because as they say, the world needs mothering now. And so we have come. We are the grandmothers, and they are. So we're going to share today some of what we're learning about how the net of light and the grandmothers are operating in our lives and in the lives of those we touch. Everybody here is a beacon, a group leader. Each person here holds a group of in her home, either on Zoom or in person, bringing people together to share the grandmother's messages, to learn to work with the net of light, and to basically learn how to live with this energy of yin, this total support of yin all the time. So some of you were leading groups at the global Zoom call, which was last Tuesday, and some of those experiences that happened at that meeting were very, very meaningful. And so we'll be sharing some of that and then other things as well. So I'd like to just throw this open. The work we do together is so rich. It opens the heart in so many ways, and so many, sometimes even dramatic ways. And I'd like to share that with each other so that we all get to have more of that feeling of connection and goodness. So who'd like to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
I led a group, a small group. There were about 4 or 5 of us. And there was a man from Ukraine that came on, and he told us that he was abducted forcibly by the enemy forces there and confined. And he realized that it was such an amazing experience for him. He called on the grandmothers, and right away he felt calm. Right away he knew that everything would turn out all right. And as it turned out, he actually felt love for his captors. And that was stunning to us, that he would have that much grace to be able to do that. And shortly thereafter, he was rescued by his friends and people that came to the confinement. So our hearts were completely stunned and filled with love. He was so grateful, and he just was incredibly thankful that all of that was able to be resolved in such an amazing way.
Edie, when I heard about that, I remembered that I had seen him on the screen, and he was a young man. So he would have been probably of draft age or, military age. And then I also seem to recall that he had told you that he was violated by them.
He was.
Yeah.
Yes.
The reason I wanted to mention that was to go from that place of being violated by these men to that place of asking forgiveness for them is huge. I mean, that just about dropped me to my knees when I heard that. Do you know how he found out about the grandmothers?
I think it was probably by Tanya, who is one of the leaders there
Okay.
in Ukraine.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Miracles.
I am happy to talk next because Tanya was in my group. At this global event, which Sharon mentioned happens the fourth Tuesday of the month, there are people from all over our planet. So for me, it is just one of my most favorite activities with the grandmothers and the people that know of the grandmothers. So I was also leading a group that day. There were 6 of us, 2 with very similar names from Southern Germany, 2 with very similar names from the Netherlands and Belgium, and then our dear friend Tanya from Ukraine, who most of you know, or many of you have met on this site. And so she is sitting in the dark because at the time there was no electricity in Ukraine, but she still had joined us. So here was the presence of these beautiful women. The question we were responding to was, what inspires you? And so each person had this sacred message of what inspires them with the grandmothers. Several mentioned the sacred dance and dancing with the grandmothers and how beautiful that is. And as we kind of ended our little session of 6, it's as if we were all joining hands and dancing together with each other and the grandmothers. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. Thank you, Nadia and Sharon, for putting this all together. But it's the most amazing global connection. Thank you.
Thanks, Barbara.
I would like to speak a bit about the experience in our group at this most recent global Zoom. My sense is that all of them are so beautiful, but this most recent one was beautiful and powerful in a different way somehow. It was as if the people who attended, because we were in a group of 6, I think, we came ready with open hearts. And a couple of the people were relative newbies, but they came into the group, I think, having very carefully listened to the ideas about how to communicate using the yin principles and hearing, not trying to dive to, oh, well, what shall I say in response to that? But just listening and taking it into a loving heart. And the conversation was absolutely beautiful. A couple of the women shared about losses that they had had, profound losses, the loss of a beloved brother, a beloved grandchild, and how it hurt, of course, agonizingly to carry these losses. And what the other people in the group did was just to allow that. There wasn't a rush to, oh, well, I'm handing you a virtual Kleenex. I mean, that could have happened on another level, I suppose, but it was just to accept it and hold it with the woman who was talking. So there was such a sense of, I'm with you. There was a presence there that we were holding for one another. And along with that presence was a sense that we were providing great stability to one another too. It was profound.
Yes, really profound. That's the goal for all of our groups is to create a place of such safety and such loving resonance that each person can be themselves fully and be embraced for being fully themselves. And when that happens, then each one begins to really bloom, to expand and soften and be able to receive more love and be able to give more love. It's amazing how that happens. The grandmothers always said, it's not hard. This will happen with effortless effort. And it's true, it does. It's the atmosphere that's set by living in the realm of yin, which is new to our planet now. And we are great seeders of that. So you really experienced that, Peggy. Thank you for sharing it with us. So Nadia, I wanted you to speak also because you have done so much, you do so much hard work for us with setting up all our online stuff and educating us because most of us don't know how to do that stuff. And you're really patient and able. And recently, you've started to have some fun with your own group. So I wanted you to speak about what that's been like for you. And I am just so happy for you to have that joy because I know how hard you work. And for you to have that joy is just wonderful.
I'm happy to speak, and I want to mention that I'm not the only one doing things. There's many of us doing work,
Yes, we
service
could
work,
name some
also
other
for the
names.
Global Zone.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So there's many of us. And being many, a while ago, I don't know, a couple of months ago, I started feeling like I want to experience the grandmother's messages more. And I already had my group. I had restarted my group last year. But in making that decision and missing out on some of the evening Zooms, it just created space energetically. It created the space for people more people to join my group. And that's what happens. So someone joined the group after having found the book in the library.
So this is an in-person group.
In-person group at my home. And she's been coming for a couple of months, several months, and she's been bringing more people. And she's brought her daughter along. Last week, she brought someone else along. I had someone from the neighborhood come. And a couple of weeks, the previous time, we also decided, this feels so good. We were just the two of us at that time. And it felt so good, like she had been questioning, what more can I do? What can I do to be of service? And we were looking at each other and saying, this is what we can do, because it feels so good to anchor that wonderful energy that you're all talking about. It feels so good also for us, because we are those vessels anchoring that energy, and it serves the world, but it serves us as well. And it feels good. So since then, I have my meeting twice a month because it feels better. And then yesterday I had another meeting, and it was just, well, joyful and just so deepening. And we felt lifted up. I spontaneously asked everyone to stay for lunch. We had done one of the meditations from the book, and it was we moved a lot of energy yesterday together, and it just felt right. And then we passed the empowerment on to a new person, and it's just a joy to welcome people in your home and to know that it feels so good for them. It feels good for me, and it's a blessing. And we work with the books and open one of them and see where grandmothers guide us. And it's just, I had done that in the past, and I had my group, but it's lifted off again. And it feels like all of what you've been saying, we're reaching new depths.
Yeah, we are.
We're reaching new depths, and I can only recommend, joining a group in person or on Zoom, or starting one if you feel called to.
Mhm.
Oh, thanks, Nadia. And when you were talking, I reached over and I grabbed the second book, Our Love is Our Power, and I just opened it because I thought, what do you have to say, grandmothers? And I go to the dark print. Well, you can't see that, but the print is darker where the grandmothers are speaking. And they say, whenever you open like this, you awaken to love. Love, after all, is what you are. Love is your true identity. Although many are asleep to this fact, love is flowing through the veins of every person on this planet. In the eternal, unchanging space within, you can sit quietly and let love flow. You are part of that flow, they said. You are blessed. Your life is a blessing. This is the truth.
Mm.
What the heck? Let's take a minute. Let's open just like this. Opening your breath so that you can really feel the breath moving. Opening to feel your body occupying space on the chair or the couch or the bed. Your feet may be on the floor as well, because you do live in a physical body and you're occupying space. And as you begin to just think this thought of opening, your energy follows that thought and you do open. And you begin to feel what it's like to be this open vessel, ready to receive, ready to release whatever's ready to go, ready to take in what wants to come home and be with you. And you just breathe as you open. I'm going to read what I read before again as we sit like this. Whenever you open like this, you awaken to love. Love, after all, is what you are, they said. Love is your true identity. Although many are asleep to this fact, love is flowing through the veins of every person on this planet. In the eternal, unchanging space within, you can sit quietly and let love flow. You are part of that flow, they said. You are blessed. Your life is a blessing. This is the truth. Once this center place becomes home for you, the work you do will be easier. All the problems that need solving will be solved. Once you take up residence in your home place, everything benefits. In time, you'll come to know this, and you will occupy this centered place all the time. So I'm going to repeat that last sentence, and I want you to think about it, or not think about it. I want you to respond to it and notice how it feels. In time, you'll come to know this home place, and you will occupy this centered place all the time. How does that feel? That you are moving to a place inside yourself where you're going to live in this centered place all the time.
Feels peaceful.
It
Feels
feels
cozy
warm.
and happy.
Yes, feels warm and comforting.
It is safe. It is home.
I'm going to keep going because it's just good here. And whenever you feel the pull of worry, regret, or frustration, instead of collapsing into the drama of the moment, call on us and turn toward your home place. As soon as you call on us, we will instantly mend, heal, and dissipate any states of worry and fear within you. They looked me in the eyes then and said, because you are a deathless, changeless being, you can live within the flow of presence all the time.
Mm.
Mhm.
I'm going to read that last thing again. And as I do, ask the grandmothers to show you how much of that you can take delivery of right now. They'll give you a little graph or they'll show you a percentage. And we're always growing in this, but it's kind of fun and helpful to know. They looked me in the eyes and said, because you are a deathless, changeless being, you can live within the flow of presence all the time. Well, yeah. If you want to say what you got, you can. If you just want to speak in general terms about getting it, you can. But I want some kind of response because we have been conditioned to be, quote, rational and have only belief in things that you can measure. And we are living on the cusp of a time where we are moving beyond that. Many things we will still be able to measure. Others will be growing stronger and stronger, and our ability to intuit and inwardly know is already getting stronger. So when I read that, you will be able to live within the flow of presence all the time. How much of that are you able at this moment to take in? A little, a lot?
I see it, I feel it, I see 60% because the mind is going, meh, meh.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's great. And it's great that you see the mind doing that because every time you see the mind doing that, you bust them. Busted. And it just can't do that at the same degree it has before. So good.
Well, I'd like to report something that strikes me as funny because the first time you asked us, I was so deeply absorbed with what you were speaking. And how much of the time? 100%. 100% all the time. So I'm thinking, yippee, yippee. But the second time you asked, when you were reframing for our work right now, it was down to 88%. And it was like, well, that's what happens when the mind gets involved.
Yeah.
I felt a deepening within myself, and almost like I was a little bigger than I mean, I have a small body. I chose a small vehicle this time. And so therefore, for me to feel larger or to feel more solid, more present is it's a gift. It's a real gift. And then I can feel that presence flowing out and radiating out. into not only my community, but my country and the world and beyond. And that is amazing, just amazing. I want everyone to feel this.
And the more you feel it, the more they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a joy, such a joy.
Yes.
I too could feel myself settle and just going deeper and anxiety leaving. That was just such an interesting feeling in my body. Sharon always talks about, what do you feel in your body? What are you feeling right now in your body? So it's such a truth for us to go to that place and say, okay, where am I right now? And so I could feel that settle. I'm not there all the time yet. I'm not 100%, but I'm hoping I'm 50 to 60%. And it's such an awesome feeling that I am becoming more and more aware of.
Yes. Yes. And the more you are aware of it, the easier it becomes for it to move the way you want it to go. So, what the heck? We have some time. Um, how about somebody else opening another book?
Sharon, with your permission, might I offer what we did right before this meeting started, because it was so perfect and it
Yeah.
dovetailed with what Barbara had just done in her group.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the book roulette.
What this is we just come up with a question or a subject, something we want to know, more about. And then arbitrarily, we pick up one of the grandmother's books and just open it.
So
And then
when
we
that
see what comes.
when that question was posed, I had 3 books in my lap, and I was directed to this one, Casting the Net, to page 64. Each time you slow down enough to look at one another.
Wait, Peg, give us the question
Oh,
first.
you were asking what, help me, friends, what had Sharon asked just before we started? What is it that what do we want to offer? What is our assignment here, so to speak?
Yeah.
What can we offer to all of this family of light today? Each time you slow down enough to look at one another, to speak to her or him from your heart, you feed your own soul. When you do this, you stop living only from your mind and start living from your soul. When you relate like this, your soul is able to speak through you, able to hear through you, and able to love through you. Every cell in your body longs for this sort of communication. This is why you were born, to be part of the living, breathing tapestry of life, person to person.
Yeah. That's why we come together like this. That's why we do everything we do. That's why. To be part of the living, breathing tapestry of life, person to person.
The love that moves between us.
Yeah.
So I just opened the book, book 4, Return of the
Return of the
Mother.
Mother.
Return of the Mother. Net of light, floating in the net of light, the grandmothers sang, and laughing, they reached out to me. See and feel the net of light, holding the world and holding you. Feel it touching your skin, upholding your organs, while at the same moment, it lies and on and underneath the earth. The net of light is, they cried, and their faces lit with happiness, and you are. That's on page 143 of book 4. Wow. This is fun.
This is fun. Hey, Nadia, how about if you were to sing Net of Light?
Sure. net of light, floating in the net of light, net of light, net of light, holding in the net of light, reaching out, reaching in, reaching through the net of light, loving all, serving all, holding all within the light. Net of light, net of light, net of love and net of light, net of light, net of light. Our hearts are one within the love.
Thank you. Thank you, Nadia. Thank you. So I think this is where we end, unless somebody has something else you want to add.
I just wanted to say that you don't even need a question for you to open the book. In the group, I ask people which book is speaking to you and just open it to where it feels right and start reading. And that's what we've done now as well.
Yeah,
It's
you're
magic.
right. We
It's
like
magic.
to ask questions when our mind wants to know something. But the truth is, the divine knows at every moment what we need. And it speaks very easily through these books. Okay. So notice how you feel now. Again, always returning to the body, the great teacher. And notice how you feel, how your breath is moving, how your body, your physical vehicle is occupying space, how it feels right now at this moment just to be you as you are today. You are part of the net of light always. That beautiful net of light that you can see behind in the background behind Peggy. You're part of that. Somewhere where two of those strands touch and come together is a point of light that is your own. Together, we make up the fabric of being of the universe, at one with one another, at one with the trees, with the waters, with everything that lives, deeply in love with everything that lives. And the net of light is the net of love. It has many, many names. It exists and is recorded throughout all of time. In our time, the scientists are calling it the cosmic web. And those of you who are curious can Google cosmic web and learn more about it. It's called the largest construct, the largest living construct in the universe. Connects everything. We are part of that. We are not separate. You are not separate. You are deeply loved. You are part of this fabric of love. Each of us is. What a great pleasure it is to be together and to feel this love and share it with each other. Thank you for coming to be with us. We'll be back on the first Sunday of April and first Sunday of each month. You can go to our website, netoflight.org or grandmotherspeak.com. And on that, you'll see all the things we offer. We offer everything as service, so we don't charge money for anything. We also have different gatherings around the world, and you might want to attend one of those. They're deeply moving and life-changing. And get in touch with us anytime you want. If you have questions, whatever, you have something you need, get in touch with us. If we can help you, we will. We live for that. Okay.